Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3, finally. We are back here in our good Boo of Balhae. I was, having a little pause, as people saw. And I think I'm at that point where I think I shouldn't go on anymore. Or at least my mind tells me that I should do something else. This whole thing was some kind of test initially. I just wanted to see if I could play a bit with the mechanics of All Under Heaven. Also put it out at a time when the DLC was quite new. And it actually drew in some viewers, so that's actually good. That's exactly what I wanted. But I just saw in the last episodes that there isn't that much new happening here, right? We're maintaining, we're doing stuff, but it's always the same, more or less. And politically, we are stuck in here between Great Lao, Goryeo, and we have this confederation here that we cannot attack possibly. We have Japan here on the other side, and we're just squashed in the middle of these big empires. I guess what we could do, right, is trying to break free of Great Lao, and possibly with the help of Goryeo, because we're allied with them. That could be done, I guess. The question is, what would we do then? Because right now, this actually suits us, right? I think I pointed that out before, that we have this contract here that basically does nothing. We do 0.08. That's it. That is what we're currently paying here, and in exchange we get military assistance in case we're attacked. So I'll gladly pay for that. What we want, obviously, is more lands to the south here, but then we would have to attack Goryeo. Cannot do that. And then lands to the west here. That might be achievable, but then again, I think we would have to wage war against the whole of Great Lao. That does not seem feasible to me, at least at this point. So we'd have to invest more in military, But then it gets more to the type of game that I'm not that comfortable with. And I guess the people that watch what I'm doing don't expect me to do that necessarily. That there's 2 or 3 people out there that comment and want me to do wars and stuff. But I guess I'm just better suited when it comes to character play and little interactions that happen here and there. That being said, let's dive in again. I did this stupid thing where I accidentally played the wrong playset a few episodes ago, and now we're carrying mods along that are not meant for this playthrough. And it slows the game down. I saw that the last episode, we could just do 2 years. Okay. I'll just start the game, and we will see what we will do today. And then have a little chat maybe about what we can do next. We have 1 Ui. Oh, day 1 Ui. That is my son from Dog Man. That is, I think, our least favorite wife so far. Or the least prominent one, at least. There we go. Our second son from her. Yep, he may grow strong and wise, hopefully. Generally, the wife situation, we do have lots of wives. That's a thing, apparently. We have, of course, our Yelu Zhaoui. And Zhaoui here, she's our first wife. She is from this house that ruled over that part of land here. So that was a strategic marriage. Then we have De Argy here. That is the marriage that we did because we wanted to be connected to our own house. Oh, do we have here? That is one of our nomadic camps. There we go. The Proud. Gay Mong the Proud. And now his daughter is taking over. Interesting. Yeah, because she's married to the chieftain of this other camp here. Has anyone ever seen that camps were actually disabled? If no one's there anymore to run it? Because I have seen like adventurers, where the leader of the adventurers was the only one in that adventure group, and then when they died, just someone random took over. So it is a bit weird, I think, that system. Yeah, that was him. Just reorganize my pins here. So I guess we can take him out here and then pin her instead. Still not sure what you would do with them, because they don't fit into this system here. And I don't think they can pay any kind of tax. So that's not something we could make use of, possibly. They just hang around. That's the nomadic part of the Balhae people that just hangs around and does their nomad thing, I guess. There we go. We have more children at court. Yeah, that's the other thing. I have this mod, this little modification that makes sure there's more marriages at court, more children out of marriages at court. But as you do see, it kind of bloats the court here because you have so many people there. I think that's really a mod that I created like for small courts, right? To have some bit of like dynastic play there. Oh, apparently Kang Moon-hui spit in my son Dae Nam-yong's food during dinner a few nights ago. That's One of the cooks came up Dae Nam-yong getting revenge by spitting in Kang Moon-hui's food in secret. That explains why Kang Moon-hui has been looking a bit green during dinner. What was in his spit? By definition, spit is not poisonous, right? Because if it was poisonous, you would have it in your mouth and you would die. or throw up all the time because of your own spit. I guess that was not just spitting. He must have been spitting in Kang Moon-hui's food for days. Okay. Jesus Christ. That's a complex thing to do. Quite exhausting. Okay. Take revenge. That's not a very Wan thing to do, right? Wan is always like, that's his calm manner. He's like, yeah, okay. I don't think I like either of these choices. He would not say she deserves that. And he would not say, you need to take revenge. Why can't I have a third option here that says, don't do that, please? That's not very nice. Okay, well, I guess she's deserving of that then. I don't know. There's like fast food restaurant antics here. Spit in your burger. Anyways, I'm looking for more treasury because what I would like to do, perusing my books, I found a travel journal from a merchant traveling through Asia. As we walked through the hills, I suddenly caught the sight of a solitary caracal, watching the group from afar. It had tufted ears and a reddish coat. I simply observed it for a minute. It was unlike anything I had ever seen before. It wasn't until later that I learned its name. Aha, so the name is Caracal, and that's an animal, apparently. I may gain extra wandering lifestyle experience or stress loss if I travel through the Middle East. That is not going to happen. Anyway, I wanted to do, where is it? A grand tour. There we go. Possibly possibly taxation. I think that's his thing, right? Making sure the finances are all right. And if we invest a lot of coin in this, we should get a lot out of it. I don't think the others would give us like much, because we don't need vassal opinion, we don't need prestige, we don't need to intimidate people. Oh, we do taxation. So that would be our. There we go. That would be, I guess, our itinerary. So we would need 362 in treasury and 7 gold here. That's fine. I guess we could do that. Could do more on that front, but yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Can I make more coin, by the way? No, I've already sold stuff. We need grandmother's old axe. Everybody needs that. That's, there we go. By the way, yeah, I was going through the wives, wasn't I? Yeah, so I think Dogman here was the kind of odd choice. She is connected to the family because she is a daughter of Daemon Hui here. And that was, as we do see, our mother-in-law. So, there's a kind of weird connections here. And then, of course, yeah, the last wife is our love, Yi Alyong. That's the one we married for love, actually. My daughter-in-law, Kang Gyong-ai, has given birth to a son. Oh, look at you. Ah, there we go. That here, that is our next great king of Balhae. Okay. Nok Sung. And he too has the way of the nomad. Even though we're not nomads. Oh no, my dog is running away. As it suddenly runs off into the forest. My retinue assures me he will come back. But what if he doesn't? Nah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess Diligent and Calm are warring with each other here. Then maybe in that case I could just roll a die. So 1 to 3 is the first one, 4 to 6 the other one. It's 5. I will be patient. Of course the dog will come back. There's nothing that can happen here. Absolutely nothing. And nothing does happen. I mean, it's days now. There we go. Eventually, Amiable comes trotting back, pretending that nothing is wrong. See? The dog is pretending. He's clutching something in his mouth, and as he gently places it before me, I see it's a couple of golden coins. Oh, thank you. Thank you, doggy. Has that ever happened to anyone? A dog bringing them money? I think that's not a thing that happens in real life. It's not very realistic in Crusader Kings 3. Oh, look at that. My children, Dae Guigang and Dae Nam-yong, approach me, brimming with excitement for a social event. Father, Dae Guigang says, we have the most wonderful idea for the court. They want my permission to personally welcome a visiting delegation of minor nobles. They see it as excellent practice for their future duties and are eager to play the charming hosts to our guests. Doesn't sound wrong to me. We would lose a little bit of treasury, and we gain harmonious household. Oh, look at that one. Whoa. Oh, yeah. I let them do that. That seems like a good idea to me. Oh. Get offered a court here. Oh, wow. Yeah. Pung Myong-jun. Looks like a bit of a sourpuss, but he's actually quite the good diplomat. Alright. Can we make use of him? I mean, yeah, we don't need a better private secretary. I guess he could be at court to... his learning is not that good, right? So he could not be someone that could educate children. Well, even though he's a grey eminence. I mean, it is a very nice gesture, and I guess if he's doing that, I shouldn't say no. I guess, yeah. Oh, he's also very good in prowess. I just saw that. Yeah, that being said, I don't think we can have that many knights, can we? Oh, 6 in total. Okay. Alright. Oh, there we go. Children are learning. Good stuff. A wandering perk is available. Ah, yeah, that's the one where... Oh, domain taxes plus 10%. Going to 4.1, 12.9. What does it do when we pick it? Oh, up to 14. Very good. Because the inspection stuff, we can already do that. And we haven't. I think I kept on promising it last time, and I never did. I never did, and we never shall. I think I really want to do the Grand Tour. That's something I want to do. Just need a bit of time. I guess I can try to speed things up. Yeah, and sometimes it works. Uh-oh. Yelujun is being attacked by leader Nugu Nugua. Well, good for you, Nugu. I guess he's going to manage that just fine. Right. Oh, we have a powerful family. And that is House Sin. That's... wow. House Sin. Let me just check. There we go. That's our second powerful family. And that is, of course, the Jaza of Pungju. There we go. Down here, and that's not like, I guess, our best possible lands. Yeah, they're still struggling with control, but it's getting better. Alright. But he's done well for himself. Our friend, obviously, private secretary. There he is. Yeah, I guess he does have only daughters, so that will probably lead to that house not being powerful anymore after this generation. Oh. Tonight's family feast was a quiet affair, without incident. I was just about to retire for the evening, in fact, when I spoke to my young niece, Kwak Hwan-yong. I don't think the girl even knew the full implications of what she was saying, just that she had innocently overheard her mother whispering about it and found it all incredibly amusing. Well, I understood the implications very well, even if Kwak Hwan-yong did not. Byok-hwa has a secret, one my half-sister had now inadvertently revealed. Alright, what's this? Oh, non-believer. Princess of fashion. That's a non-believer. That's, yeah, I guess that will be fine. Generally, what I guess what they mean when they say non-believer in this context is like someone who actively does not practitioner. I've been ranting about this for a long time, right? And a lot of people who know my stuff know I'm ranting about this. So this kind of difference between participating in a religion and doing the stuff and believing, that's a clash that's very modern. Or one thing is very modern, and that is that the belief in a religion or a god is the kind of defining factor for you being of that religion. At that point in time, and I think that's very much true for the same area here, might even be today, no one would ask you if you actually believed in something. That was a given. And what would be important is that you follow all the rules, right? That you go to mass or whatever's the equivalent here, and yeah, possibly do what the scripture says or what the priests say you should do. And yeah, so I guess non-believer in that context, yeah, he would not be concerned with that, actually, as long as that person does not harm the practicing actively. We can develop the capital, and I guess that is something we would do. There we go. Oh wow, he gains so little stress from that. Just 16? Wow. He's, yeah, he's calm in the best meaning. Like, he just takes it. He does his thing. Oh no, but now he's itchy. My head is really itchy all of a sudden. Really terribly itchy. I'm in the middle of a meeting right now, and I really shouldn't be scratching my itch. Oh god. Try to ignore it. I'm just gonna roll for this. Yeah, we try to ignore it. I can't. I scratch. Damn it. The daughter learned a language. Where is this happening? Not anywhere near. It's down here. Okay. It is a major epidemic, so it might as well just crawl up here. Don't think it will get to us, though. Alright. Am I good enough for her? Is she just busy and overly distracted, or could she be slipping away from me into someone else's heart? Nah, she would not do that. Why would she do that? And I guess, again, that marriage there is not for love. It's also the non-believer, right? The non-believer who doesn't love. It's not a question of love for him. That was the marriage he had to do because, you know, that was the family part. Today I'm meeting with a visitor from one of the powerful local clans who have great influence over a small but important part of my realm. I met this person the other day and we got to know each other formally. This meeting will clearly be crucial, as I hope to discuss a number of things concerning the realm's business with esteemed guest. I now see my guest and hurry over. No, with my esteemed guest. Okay, yeah. As I'm about to say my greetings, however, something unimaginably terrible happens. Oh no, what did happen? Tragedy. I have forgotten my guest's name. What was their name? Was it this? Was it that? No, couldn't have been. Maybe it was. I force a smile to buy myself time as my brain scrambles to remember their name. What do? I only have a few more moments to say something before this gets awkward. I'll just have to guess, or I'll skillfully speak in a way that avoids their name, awkward as it may be. Yeah, that's something he's going to do, definitely. There we go. Oh, we have a beneficial deal. Construction cost -5%. That's actually quite nice. Yes, of course. Our wife is a blade master. She got trade experience, so she already had that trade. I'm wearing glasses now, by the way. I got my reading glasses. I can see everything just fine. Dagelbog has shown curiosity of his ancestry and is growing to be more like a child of House Day. That is nice. Being patient is very good. You should be patient. Sure, I need to do anything here. Oh dear, oh lord. Yeah, okay. Let's have them fail again. Oh, he passed! Way! And... not a streak. Didn't get a streak. Alright. Oh, there we go. He gained the trait Prepared Heir. That's very good, actually. As you do see, he gets some stewardship bonus and also powerful vassal opinion and courtier guest opinion. That is great. And he wants to travel abroad to over here and learn. Right? He came to me this morning with a rather interesting plan. Father, I know you do your best to train me as your heir, but not of all my education can be found here in Sangyong. I was thinking perhaps I might visit Jaza de Guangxin for a time. Noticing my reluctance, he quickly continued. He's an expert on matters of war, after all, and also your ally. Spending a few months with him in South Yongwon could teach me a great deal. It's possible Daemon Hugh has ulterior motives and simply wishes to finally get out of the castle. But then, who could blame him? Yeah, of course. We should get out of the castle at some point. Have experiences and all these kind of things. So we're waiting for this to get to like 400 gold, I think. Wanted to step up a bit when it comes to spending money on it. But then we will definitely do it. If we don't get sidetracked again by other stuff. I mean, coronations are nice and stuff, right? But we had episodes where it was like one coronation per episode. And it was like, yeah, okay. It's always the same events on these coronations, right? Same as with the funerals and stuff, you always get the same events. Astute intellectual. That's quite good. And that is a princess of Goryeo, a daughter of the first marriage of our beloved wife, Lyong. And she has now come of age. Now what do we do with that? I guess we could also have her marry into our house. Could have another grand wedding. We could have another grand wedding. Do we actually? Is that a thing? Because I've played CK3 in the meantime, and I kind of get confused what I do and what I don't. Do we have? Yeah, we do have the activity, so we do get grand weddings cheaper, and there is not a lot of other potentials that we can have where we can do that. So yeah, let's do it. That would be, I think, good. Which means we're going to spend money. I'm sorry. We do have 3 years to do this, though. So you might actually do the taxation tour first and then invest the money from that taxation tour into the grand wedding. Why does it show 2 times? Okay. It's the same one, though, right? Oh, right, that's one way around the other. Okay. Depends on what I want to do. Is that really Dai Sul-Yi's wedding, or is it Princess Kang Mun-Hui's wedding? That's a matter of viewpoint. But yeah, it's like 3 years. Yeah. Aha. One is... Jesus Christ. Oh, what happened to him? Poor man. Look at him. Oh, we have a child's grief. Oh, yes. Okay, that was our... why did she die? Oh, it died in childbirth. That's very tragic. Dae Al-yong has been wandering around, lost in her thoughts in her chamber. I find her crying into her pillows. What's the matter, my daughter? I ask as she begins to calm down. What happens when you die? I just wonder if my wet nurse Yuhua is all right. She takes a big sniff, holding back tears. Maybe she has to nurse for Mara now? As Dae Al-yong's voice cracks, she bawls out the largest, dewiest tears I've ever seen. Oh. He just searched for a new one. Yeah, of course. We help her. She's surely in Nirvana now, my dear child. And we will look for another wet nurse. And look at her. Wei Suk-yong here. There we go. She is rather pale. She's an albino. But she apparently is a good wet nurse. That means also she should, I think, marry, right? Then she could have a child and then she would even be better. I think that would also be a prerequisite, because you would need someone here that can actually, like, you know, produce and give milk. And you could, like, that's a trigger, hormonal trigger that you get when you're pregnant. So I don't think that works quite as well like this, but we will see. She is Craven. He is Craven. He is the son of our, there we go, personal physician and Puruit Sunsan. So that is kind of like a good marriage, because this is the granddaughter of our former mentor. So there we go. There we go. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's the work off some stress option. Maybe I don't do that before the whole taxation tour thing, because that gives you a -10 modifier. Oh yeah, the wedding at court. A great love story for the ages. See, they're both craven, and now they can be afraid together, and that brings them closer. I know how this game works. Day 1 Yu. That is a child of my blood. It is the second child of our heir Moon-hyu and Princess Gyong-ai. Yeah, that's great, actually. Oh, especially since he is a sickly boy. So yeah, good to have a spare. Goody goody. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't do that necessarily during winter. Don't want to travel around during winter. I guess by springtime we have enough coin to do the taxation tour. Let's see how everyone's going to like it. I think we're like fairly beloved. Look at him. Even the evil guy here likes us. There we go. Whoo! Ha! Very lucky today. These 40% chance things that usually never work in Crusader Kings 3. Whenever I see a dice roll thing where it's like under 60%, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Because it never works. I don't know. I think the numbers are all fudged. The rolls are all fudged in this game. That's my paranoia for you. Lots of educating happening because we have tons of children. Again, yeah, because I wrote that little script. Yeah. Might actually, or I would turn it off if I continue to play. So if I do a new game, and yeah, of course, I will, at least at some point, maybe even the next time, I guess I would play in Europe again, because that is just like my comfort zone, and I know what I'm doing more than I know what I'm here. Yeah, because I'm just not that well acquainted with the culture and the history of that culture. Oh, a bridge in Yongchon has recently collapsed. That is not good. It was a major thoroughfare connecting various villages in the region, so we must fix it as soon as possible. Yeah. Bridge is fixed relatively quickly. 2 years. Okay, what is the... Oh! Jesus Christ. Minus 15%. Yeah, okay, then... we got to pay for it. That is not an option, basically. On his way, I've just heard back from Daemonhyu, and his trip to Dongyong has come to an end. Evidently, Daemonhyu was met personally by Jaza Daegwangsin and shown every hospitality. He was given a room at the castle and spent his time on a hunting trip in the surrounding wilderness, touring the lands and getting to know the people and their customs, and being personally trained by Jaza Daegwangsin himself. Reading between the lines, I suspect not everything on the trip went well, though overall, Daemonhyu at least appears mostly pleased. Alright, against a trade hunter, that's good. Progress is a moderate amount, okay. I guess he's fairly close to the next level. There's prepared air thing, I think can have up to 4 levels, or at least 3. So there you go. I guess I'll wait for him to be back, and then by that time the winter should be over, and then we can go on our little tour. It is going to happen. I finally say something and then I'm actually doing it. Isn't that something? I'm also sometimes thinking about, okay, should I maybe stream other games as well? I have tried, actually. It's a test for like people who actually listen to what I'm saying at this point in the video. I do have an unlisted video, and I think you would see that then, right, in my videos, where I played the first few hours of Baldur's Gate, the original game, not 3, with lots of mods. But I don't know. This is kind of fun to do, and I get to comment on things, but I don't have to actively do such a lot of things, right? Yeah, I guess you catch my meaning. So it's nice to play along and comment. But if I actively have to play it, it really is something I think I can't do that well. Or I'd have to do this thing where I just play and I record everything, and then I would have to do a cut afterwards, right? Edit the whole thing, and then do a voiceover. And I'm very sorry, but I cannot be asked to do that. So, there we go. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. That's Guigang here. Alright. They grow up very fast, don't they? Oh, look at her. Compassionate and credulous. Oh, yeah, there we go. And oh, okay. That is going to actually. Oh, huh? He is from Song. There we go. Currently running around here, and he's attacking for the conquest of the province of Yunshu. Is that another one of these things where no, I think something is going to happen here. Okay. Oh, we do have another family feast. Everyone got along, laughing and even singing. At one point I stood and made a speech that left my family a little teary-eyed. Oh, it was good. Look at us. That is my nephew, son, and my heir, of course. We all like each other. That is nice. Very nice. Right, okay, it's March. I think, yeah, there's still some remnants of snow down here that I don't want to walk into. I guess we're quite far in the north, right? Quite far away from the equator, so yeah, would be cold. It's like, of course, I'm living in Europe, so we are very close, actually, like very far away from the equator, but then we have the Gulf Stream, at least until, yeah, global warming will destroy it. And then we'll be doomed, basically. So there we go. Does this ever get away? It's April, for crying out loud. I guess I can't wait anymore. Activities, Grand Tour. So we plan the Grand Tour, we do a taxation tour. Go through here and there and there, there and there. So we don't miss any of our administrative vassals. And now, customize it. Yeah, I think the game already does the options that would suit the whole thing best. And that is just tour the grounds, host a dinner that increases opinion, popular cultural acceptance. Yeah, we don't need any of these things. Cultural festival. Why do we need that? I guess maybe because in his lands the cultural, the popular opinion is not that good. I guess we could do that, so we just have a little bit of, you know. Yeah. But I guess, as you do see, maybe we just have a dinner with Eon Ui here, because he's quite old, and he's our mentor, and we want to do something nice with him. There we go. Alright. I guess we don't necessarily need the forest guard. We definitely do need a mountaineer. There you go. And I guess instead of just going through that forest here, we go from... why doesn't it show the name of the province here? Instead of, like, here it shows me the individual holdings. And here it shows me the name of the provinces. That's not very helpful to me. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess that is between here and there. There we go. That's all I wanted. Apply. Right. Maybe I can amp up the luxuries. Increase the starting success of the tour. That does sound good to me. Nah. We'll still have to wait a little further. So what we do, justice, altruism, lechery, or recreation. None of these. Could think about being altruistic, but I guess justice is something that he would stand for. So yeah, there we go. Uisin was recruited to the travel entourage. Okay, there we go. The time has come to depart for my grand tour of Balhae. My court is packed, ready, and raring to go. Our first stop will be my friend Jaza Ko Yongchang's castle over in West Hyondok. I look forward to helping the people contribute to the treasury of the realm by any means necessary. Available, sorry. The Boo of Balhae's subjects should certainly not have any surplus hidden from the crown after this tour has concluded. They better not. Oh, there we are. My arrival at Jaza Ko Yongchang's castle in West Hyondok is marked with fanfare befitting the Dodok of the realm, and the presence of my coffer wagon and tax collectors quickly noted. When we meet with the burden of formalities, visiting a good friend is always a welcome reprieve. Ko Yongchang outlines the planned tour and assures me West Hyondok is so fair and fine a land that merely gazing on her towns and fields will be entertainment enough. Only time will tell. There you go. I will actually further some control. That is nice. That is good for Pungju down here. There we go. So now we gain gold. That kind of thing goes up. Okay. And what do we gain out of that? Prestige, renown, prestige, renown. Yeah, so I guess you want that one here. I guess you want it to be as good as possible. So let's see. Let's see how we can contribute to this. Yongchang has been quite the gracious host so far, showing me his lands and possessions with pride. So I'm immediately taken aback when he starts stammering and clearly trying to draw my attention away from an apparently unremarkable door we are passing by. Are you hiding something from me, Yongchang? I take advantage of this moment of stunned, shameful, guilty silence to push the door open, and I'm surprised by what I find. The door leads to a courtyard filled with the healthiest, strongest looking hounds I've seen in a while. Oh, I like me a hound. It's only fair to share that with me. No. A fellow connoisseur. I pretend I didn't see this. I guess I did come here to kind of tax him. He doesn't like it, of course. But, there we go. You're gonna pay for your dogs, man. There's a dog tax. You need to pay that. A learned man, Bobang's bright eyes scour the room looking for an opponent to the scientific statement he just expelled. But no one rises to the challenge, much to his disappointment. Whoop, well, what happens to his arm? What is happening there? Did he leave that in the washing too long? No wonder, considering the level of intellect at which the discussion would have had to be held. I'm impressed. This kind of wit is hard to come by. I simply must have him in my court. Do I, though? I think I have a lot of good people at my court. Nah, this is silly. As far as I can see, the tax thing goes directly into our own coffers. That is quite nice. Because I think the grand wedding we have to pay mostly from our own income, as far as I remember. Oh, look at them becoming friends. How nice. Bribed to look away. I at last managed to find myself alone in the wilds of barony of Zhongyong, and my mind wanders to thoughts of my wife, Lady Hialyong. Oh yes, he's always thinking about her. I cannot deny that barony of Zhongyong is a place of true beauty, almost beautiful enough to match my beloved Lady Hialyong of Balhae. It's a kind of weird comparison, but okay. I feel compelled to leave a mark here, so all who pass through barony of Yongjong, that's the name of it apparently, barony of Yongjong, will know my love for her, perhaps carving her name into a tree? Yeah. Everyone who will pass through it will then see it. I guess. Oh, fine. Well, what is that then? Oh, look at that. Control +1. Jesus Christ, okay. That's the name of the King of Balhae in a tree for you. I'm happily making my carving in the tree when I hear a sudden gasp come from beside me. My friend, Yongchang, appears absolutely horrified as he beholds my handiwork and soon approaches me to explain. My lord, I have no doubt that you are unaware that this tree is considered a sacred object to the locals of Barony of Jungyong. The peasantry and clergy of Barony of Jungyong will curse your name for eternity for what your desecration, for what your... Anyway, he doesn't like it. And apparently I do not... That is interesting, right? That is actually quite nice. The game was telling me I would gain something, and now I gain the exact opposite. Okay. It's just a tree, right? What am I doing here? I guess we won't have any problems getting to 4. Like, we have so many stops on the way. Nothing happening, though. Uh-huh. Fertility. Yes, that's not anything we need to be concerned about. Aha. As I and my entourage ride along, I hear murmurs echoing through the grounds. I order a boy to ride ahead, and when he returns, he informs me that there is a gang of illegal poachers just ahead of us. Though it is no concern of mine, it would doubtlessly ingratiate me with my friend Jaza Ko Yongchang if I were to rid the grounds of this illegal activity. I could round up these ruffians and present their heads and hands to Jaza Ko Yongchang of West Hyondok without much issue. Right. Okay, no, I'm here for justice, right? So I should be doing that. I have concluded my visitation of West Hyondok, and now my procession prepares to depart. Yongchang and his court have all lined up neatly to see me part, and with everyone present, it is time to collect tribute for bestowing him with my presence. Yeah, I think that's what I would do, right? There you go. Thank you. Oh, I was wounded. Oh, I guess the other option there that kind of failed. We arrive in a small village in Xingzhou, right? To see quite a commotion in the town square. An unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in her eyes fades and brightens as she notices my procession's approach. My lord, please, don't listen to them. It's all lies. I'm innocent. Won't you give me the Dodok's justice? True. The evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly peasant should never speak to their Dodok unprompted. Again, that's a cultural thing, right? I mean, especially when we think about, of course, like the emperors of China, Japan and so on. I think that would be unspeakable, that like someone would address or even look in their direction. Could just be executed for that. Yeah. This is supposed to be justice, apparently, right? This is like going against what they decided here. I mean, the thing is, just from reading the text here, you come into this situation and you decide that the evidence is circumstantial. But how? Like, what kind of insight into the evidence do we have at this point? It's more like a very subjective view of things. So, no. If the local judges and so on have decided that she needed to be executed, then I won't speak against that. Where am I? Ah, there I am. I'm almost in Pungju. Whoop. And I am being raided. Ah, he's already taken care of it himself. Good stuff. My arrival at Jaza Sin Bakye's castle in Pungju is marked with fanfare befitting the Dodok of the realm. The presence of my coffer wagon and tax collectors quickly noted. We meet with the burden of formalities, visiting a good friend is always a welcome reprieve. Same text as before. Let's get to it. Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess he's going to drive him out. Yes, more coin, please. Oh, what's that? I could start a legend if I wanted. I could actually... I mean, legends you have to pay from your own coffers, right? So that's... Not sure I want that. Pungju seems like a truly opulent and excessive place with a bloated Jasa as its ruler. Everywhere I look, I see signs which all point to one thing: undeclared taxable amenities. The livestock count seems much higher than reported. The Jasa's abode seems almost luxurious enough to be for a Dodok. Wei Sugyong suggests that I should tax this excess, since Sin Bakye of Pujong has clearly not been paying his dues. Sorry. Yes, I guess. Again, that is why I'm here, so there we go. Also change the control by +10, and that is also what we want. Right. Now the control is... yeah, at 100. Good stuff. That was all I wanted. How much time, by the way? 22 months. Mm-hmm. Will I be able to do this in time? Damn it. That is the same thing as before. It's just someone else who's telling me, hey. Sorry. No, I'm not off for now. Like, we don't need to tax him twice for the same thing. I have concluded my visitation. Yes, it is time for the official tribute. There we go. No, are we? Now we are going to visit our dearest brother, the depraved Sungyong of East Yondok. Yeah, there we are. It is time for a break from Dae Namyong's routine lesson plan. I think it may be a good time to pass along some values of House Dae to him. Yeah, we want our son to take away some, learnings. Oh, as my entourage comes to a halt at the gates of Helong, the call is made for Jasa Dae Sungyong to receive me. But after a time that is more than generous, not even a lowly servant appears to greet me. The call is made many times more, but receive no answers save for the chirps of wild birds and whistle of gentle winds. It's become clear that I've been turned away at the gates, and the cold-hearted Jasa has in doing so insulted the crown. Yeah, that is not something we should tolerate. But I think breaking down the gates is too excessive. But we will not forget this insult. Definitely not. Now let's get to the nice part, the little feast we're going to have with our mentor here. Yeah, okay. I could lawfully imprison him. We'll think about that. And we do realize that he's unfit to rule. Now, there we are. That's how it should be, right? In South Yongwon. Alright, that's not even... That is... we are... no, that's my mentor over here, right? Yeah, okay, we are in the south part, not in the north part. Okay, my bad. I guess that's the same text here. A chance to see my brother-in-law. That he is. Other people just readily pay me. I guess I'm not going to have any trouble getting to the full degree here. Dongyong seems like a truly opulent and excessive place, with a bloated Jasa as its ruler. Yeah, that's the same text as before. I guess we can do that once, and then, yeah. There we go. Not going to do it a second time, as before. I would like to see the justification for this. Like, oh, you have a lot of lands here, I see. You're going to pay tax for it. Okay. And then someone else comes like, hey, you should pay taxes. And you're like, yeah, you got a lot of land, so I pay taxes for it. And it's like, what? You did that before. And it's like, yeah, but then I was reminded by someone else. You have lots of lands. As I continue to tour the grounds of Dongyong, my host decides to take it upon himself to show off his hunting prowess. With everyone's attention fixed on him, Dae Guangxin of South Yongwon slays a nearby fox with what appears to be little effort. While everyone seems impressed, this could be an opportunity to outdo my host and show everyone how a dog fires an arrow. Do I need to do that? I guess I don't. I'll just be, yeah. Pat on the back. I at last managed to find myself alone in the wilds of Dongyong, and my mind wanders again. Am I doing the tree thing again? I think I've learned. I learned from this. I found a rare moment where I'm not being ferried around by my host or being expected to make an appearance anywhere. I see places of worship filling up for the day, taverns beginning to welcome their early drinkers, and beggars lay on the streets bleeding for just a crumb to eat. I guess he would be charitable, even though that's 50 gold, that my hard-earned gold. They gain some sacred touch, okay? No, but I think that's something he would do. With my hunting bow at my side, a member of my party alerts me to the presence of a fox just below an embankment near our location. There are no foxes around here, are they? Is that even a thing in northern China? Do they have foxes? What kind of foxes do they have? Standing at the edge of the cliff, I should be able to pierce its heart. For a skilled hunter such as it should be easy, but not without risk. The ground appears a little unsteady, but with careful footing, I should be able to slay the beast within it. It's a fox, it's not a beast. It's a tiny animal. I guess. My footing proves true, and my aim ever truer, as I fell the beast with a single arrow without so much as stumbling over the precarious precipice. The hunting party seems impressed. The grounds filled with the applause of my fellows. My host, Dae Guangxin, however, seems a little less than impressed. Okay. His face full of scorn and envy, he claims that my shot was entirely unimpressive. No. Unimpressive. No. Idiot. It's like, he did that before, right? Then we were like, yeah, clapping politely. We just expect him to do the same thing. That's just, that's something you do. Okay. Destination. I like that one here. Development and control. Well, that one is quite nice. We gain a general plus 10. Okay. Same realm, marriage, acceptance for self. Unlocks the tutoring trip. Okay. Well, let's pick that then. Nope. Ah, there we go. Won that one as well. Our drunken emperor, he's doing his thing. Oh, what's happening here again? A prowess challenge. They brawled. I guess they both weren't wounded or lost their wounds. I have concluded my visitation, and now my procession prepares to depart. It is time for its tribute. Yeah, put that thing in your hand, and I am gone with the tribute. Good stuff. Wait. Alright, okay, I'm here now. That just looked a bit confusing. Right, my vassal dutifully receives me with all requisite deference. Explains the planned evening banquet, promising the entertainments and victuals an offer will near the standards of my own court's dinners. Okay, let's begin. Let's see. Let's have a drink. And eat some poultry. Yep, the goose tax. Very important. Life as a Dodok brings all manner of magnificent and fanciful food to my plate. But lately I've grown tired of the same flavors and textures. I desire the truly outrageous, the truly exotic. To one side of me, I see candied figs, and to the other are boiled vegetables. What if I were to take these two distinct flavors and taste them at once? Oh, he's getting, wow. The excitement that courses through his veins. Let's experiment. Oh, I was successful. Oh, look at that. He has decided to put on a performance for my amusement this evening. I sit at the feast table eagerly awaiting my entertainment, when Kyong Eun-ui of North Yongwon appears dressed almost exactly the same as Lady Yeon of Balhae did on our wedding day. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, just imagine it. He's like, look at me. How pretty I am. And then he comes at me with a wedding dress. Oh. Oh. Bless you, Eun-ui. You're the best drag queen around here, I think. Truly, this is the greatest day of my life. I am about, what? To wed. The wonderful... I think your role-playing goes a bit far here. dear elder. I'm invited on stage to give my hand. See? Oh, my heart. Oh. Should I indulge this? I think he's just stunned. He's like, what is happening here? In the background, they play the, da 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 da. I guess he clearly thought about this and thought this would be a good idea. Hey, that's one of his probably one of his deepest fantasies. He just wants to act out. Oh, this is an insult. I mean, if he wanted to insult me, he wouldn't do that by humiliating himself. That's not how insults work. It's like, haha. Look how embarrassing this is for you. Like, yeah, okay. You know what, you weird old man? I will indulge you. There we go. Wonderful. They should have shown that, actually. I should have put a proper dress on him. I think you can't do that, right, in CK3? Actually pick women's clothing for for a man? Nah, I guess you can't. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. I think that's officially the funniest thing I've ever seen in CK3. That means a lot, actually, because I've seen many a funny thing in my time. But an 80-year-old man in a wedding dress asking me to roleplay my own marriage. This might have been a ploy, you know? Maybe it's like, you know, this thing where you say, okay, this is just for, you know, entertainment and roleplay and everything, but you do it exactly that way. And at the end of the day, you are actually married. So, because you did everything. It has been a long and wondrous evening of revelry and merriment, and many a goblet of kumis has been shared between me and my good host. I guess too much of it. However, it would seem that Yon Ui has been trying to drink more than me. Yeah, I guess we're drinking to forget here. Always filling his own goblet a little higher than mine. Is this some sort of implicit challenge? Perhaps I ought to set some stakes here. Yeah, Don't. Okay, he wants me to, apparently. Can I say no to this old man? Okay, I'll just entertain your weird things. So I finish my meal, another board is placed down in front of me. But this time, instead of food, it is topped with little game pieces. My liege, surely you know that I am famed as one of North Yongwon's finest chess players. But I wish to play not merely for fun. Perhaps we can make things interesting by putting up a wager. Does he want me to put on the dress? See? Idly twiddling a piece between his fingers, he goes for, yeah, okay. He had that one coming. I guess he's okay with this because there's a lot of intrigue and and there's no diplomacy and stewardship in here, so there we go. One more move like that and you'll activate my trap piece. Well, I know the rules of chess, like the back of my hand. There you go. I've read the entire manual. And I know the rules like the back of my hand. This game is so silly, isn't it? This minigame. There's no sense to it. You just pick the one where you have the best attribute in, and then you just spam it, and then you win. Anyways, it was an excellent match. Sorry. Again, yeah. Do I want to place again sometime? I mean, I'm doing all this kind of thing here to flatter him, or maybe just like just make sure that, because everyone else probably who sees this is thinking like, okay, that man has lost his marbles clearly. I guess I will just be very polite here and say it was an excellent match. Thank you. Now I want to go home. Please, before... I don't know what's going to happen. Before anything else happens here. Is this over now? Can I leave? Yeah, I guess the things I do for money. Well, they all pay me, don't they? Oh, now he actually is my friend. Fine. I have concluded my visitation. No, even thinking about. I'm not making any demands. I just want to leave. I have enough going. Bye-bye. It seems I'm not the only honored guest at Eon Ui's court this evening, I have been sat beside the fascinating Naya Nudisi, and our conversation has left me feeling most elated. Alas, I too should be among the landed class, Fedodoc. If the world were a just place, my righteous claim would be recognized, and I too would have a great dining hall to serve you in. It is rare that one finds such a fascinating person at home, without a home of their own. But is there room at my court for him? I guess not. That's also like a lunatic here. Where's that one? There. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I have need of that guy here. It's fine. Bye-bye. We're still going, right? I said, okay, we don't do the taxation thing, and that was my polite way of saying that I wanted to leave. My host has brought me out of his home to a local tavern. Jesus Christ. Now he's dragging me from his feast, like, to another club down the road. All around I see the wretched and weak engaged in drink and debauchery. But Ionui assures me that the rice wine served in this establishment is simply to die for. The first round passes my lips. I feel alive. The drink hits like a ton of bricks, and I feel that tonight will be the night of endless revelry. Is he an eager reveler, actually? No, I don't think he is, right? I guess he is gregarious, and that picture here shows a lot of goblets. But I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a drinker. It's like he just goes drinking on a social basis. I think I'll just show some restraint. And yeah. I'll drink until I die. No, thank you. I'm just really, really passive-aggressively try to tell him that I want to leave. Please. What's happening here? Nothing. It's like, how much more signs can I give him? I guess I did it. I left. Okay. Not good for me. Bye. Okay, that is 14 months. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. I think after about like 2 months, we should be back home. So what's happening here? Always got the like, hey, something's happening. Yeah, okay, it's always the same thing. I can demand payments. My friend Kyung. Okay, I can have him pay for doing that to me. Right. I guess he should have drunk more, right? To erase that image from his mind. But that's, I think, not a very one thing to do. And look at him. He is also not receiving me. I mean, that guy is clearly evil. Look at him. Fearsome and paranoid and deceitful and so on. But I did not think that he would go so far as to not receive us. I guess the insult will not be forgotten. And we move back home. Finally. Okay. I'll see to it. I don't know. He's not the man to punish people that kind of way. Just wants them to see that they've done something bad. Okay, there we go. Control changes +10. That's nice. I gained Magnificent Liege. Oh, there we go. +20% vassal tax contribution. More vassal limit and development growth and ground capital is +0.3. We gain 450 renown. That is quite good. Like, for some reason I can't really scroll that thing, so I don't know what happens to... Oh, no. There we go. Okay. The vassals gain 30 opinion of me, and the most expert of the Khitan Milites... Okay. Gained 25 glory. Okay, yeah, finish it. There you go. Back home. I get to do a lot of stuff. I don't think I need to sell trivial titles right now. Quite a lot of coin. But let's see. Let's see if we can actually pull off the grand wedding now. There we go. Not a bloody wedding. Yep, that's them. Yep, as I thought. Well, actually quite good the way I've done it. Do we actually need anything? No, I don't think so. Could even like a magnificent host. Renown and prestige. I guess that's great. I don't think I need the other ones here. That would just be increased health bonuses. No, I don't need that necessarily. Or yeah, don't need that either. So could just leave it at that. And I guess who is visiting the head of faith, whom I don't know who that is. Potential of the extended family. Other players that are secretly in this game. Leader Qi Jiwei, the insane of the Emerald Han. That is a man that's coming to our little wedding. Okay. I guess he's not coming because that's too far away for him. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Oh, he's blind. Okay. Right. I guess I couldn't move it any further south, so there you go. Let's start it then. I don't know, can I actually... I guess he's currently doing stuff, right? Yeah, he's waging a war. Our man is not coming. Our friend. The one person we want to see being drunk at a feast. He wouldn't do that, right? He wouldn't do that to us. Put on the wedding dress of our wife. I mean, who does that? Seriously. Who does that? Yeah. I guess Yalong's happy because that is her daughter in the end. So we've done right by her daughters here, letting them marry into our family, bringing them all together. Do. What are we waiting for? No one, probably. Everyone's here, we're just standing around. I guess it needs a bit of preparation, right? So you need to, you know, put up all of these little tents. And this nice seating area over here that looks quite cozy. So, yeah, that's nice. Yup. I'm waiting. Just looking at the counter, and then we will finally start. There we go. It always feels amazing when you have been planning for something for so long and spent so much money on it. Well, I guess the vassals have spent so much money on it in the end. Everything is ready, the decorations are in place, the guests are mingling, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. The spouses, Dae Sul-yi and Kang Mun-hui, are both here, looking radiant in their best attire. At my signal, everyone will get into position and the ceremony will begin. I cannot wait. The arrival of the bride, Kang Mun-hui, was accompanied by great fanfare. A whole parade of richly caparisoned horses dropping silver shoes for the commoners to collect. Drums, lyres, bagpipes, mimes and jesters. That's a very European perspective, right? Now the parade has broken up, but it still attracts quite a crowd, distracted from the ongoing ceremony. I wish I could enjoy everything at once. Instead, I flutter between a juggling show, petting the horses, and a fire-eating performance. I want in too. I mean, that would give us gold. We always want gold, but this is not a like contest for getting as much gold as possible. He would stay dignified. That's more important to him. He's not going to go in there and you know, look for all these little coins on the floor with the peasants. That seems a bit undignified to me. The day has finally come, and I couldn't be prouder of my soulier, the beautiful groom. As the person standing by my side has unwillingly discovered, look at him, isn't he radiant? And it's such a good match, everything is perfect. As I finally turn around, I realize that my neighbor is none other than Dae Hwan-hyung. I could take advantage of this moment of connection. Ugh. Don't get in her pants, please. I could take advantage of this moment of connection to insult her so that she becomes my rival. That's a very logical thing to do for him. No, he's very proud. And there we go. We can even have another dynasty legacy. Look at that. I guess I would like to go down this route here. That would be the best thing to do. There you go. I mean, yeah, that one is not... I guess control growth is nice for when you have something like a plague or anything. But, yeah, especially these ones here. Right, it's getting better and better down here. So, yeah, I think that's very befitting of his agenda. I've been noticing the growing crowd of commoners surrounding the event for a while. What I didn't expect was to see a small troop of them assaulting the kitchens and trying to guzzle down as much spiced wine and baked truffles as they can. How did they get in? Yeah, again, there we are with the how do we feel as a East Asian ruler about, you know, the separation between commoners and nobility, which I think would be less prominent in Europe. That's just my thinking. I don't have sources for you that would show you that. But just knowing about the even greater degree of pageantry that you have at East Asian courts, I think they would not. No, they should not be here. And this is probably going to fail, so we are overwhelmed by peasants, but we're trying to do that. No, I am re-establishing order, so there we go. This is a feast for the nobility. I mean, the nobility and the low-born people that are part of the administrative system, right? We figured out that that's the case. Like, we do have low-born people here and there, but they are there because of merit. And we value merit. Everyone is excited and amazed by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone but Shasa Kyung-go. He's like, I wore that dress better. He's been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing makeup? Those colourful veils are sinful. What's wrong with all the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? Jesus Christ, that man has no sense of self-awareness, does he? We went to his feast, he put on my wife's wedding dress, and now he's complaining about people wearing makeup. Is that... Should I just pretend I don't hear anything? I don't want to be mean to him, but I think in that context... Yeah, I think that is the standard thing that you would do. if your elder, in that case, right, comes to you and criticizes you, you would be like bowing and say, yes, I'm very sorry, I'm ashamed of myself, even if you are not. But that's the kind of ritualistic thing to do. Proper thing to do. But I don't know. I think at that point in time, I think he's just really, he's like, that might be early stages of dementia. Yeah. I'll just pretend I did not hear that and get on with it. that's what I will do. What a weird old man. Oh, people wearing makeup? Yep. Just like you did. Mm-hmm. Oh, I became friends. Look at that. Oh, fantastic joke about ropes. There we go. Does anyone know a rope joke? Because I don't. I'm enjoying the ceremony and proud of what I managed to organize. Everything has gone well so far. And as soon as I think it, I know I've jinxed it. Moonhui freezes in confusion, having clearly forgotten what the next step of the ceremony is. I think I can salvage that situation. That's proper diligent me. I'm refusing it, of course. There we go. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed, and all that's left is the final vows. The formal consent, the seal on the marriage. As both Dai Solye and Kang Moonhui say, I do, the crowd starts cheering and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Again, like, when it comes to real weddings in the upper nobility in East Asian societies, would that have been quite so jubilant? Or would it more be like, a more quiet affair? Or people would just clap politely or do something like that, right? They married. Okay. With all the formalities behind us, it's now time to celebrate. I signaled for the servants to bring out the food and drinks and to shepherd the guests to the feast venue. Let the wedding banquet begin. Enjoy, everyone! Well, now he lauds my efforts. Yeah, see, I mean, that guy, he's out of his mind. He just doesn't know what he's doing anymore. Every feast, there's always one, every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born pissant cornering people who just will not be silent. Yeah, of course. Of course, he's from our elder's court. I guess I will gently exit the conversation. That would even bring me a... Oh, wow, I did not have any of these so far. What would I do? I could say firm hand, but I'm not a very dreadful person. Benevolent intent. Friend, that would make sense. Or heart of... Let's just say big heart of the family. Yeah, I guess if I had any more experience, I could even go to Groom to Rule, and that would be great. That would be great indeed. My children gaining skills. Featuring exotic treats, elaborate culinary artworks, and rich colors with richer scents, the banquet's chefs have gone all out for the wedding. Near my seat, both Fonto and Jaza de Guangxin share their opinions about the spread. It's all so beautiful, nods Fonto, who's been beaten up apparently. A perfect melange of form and taste. Mediocrity, de Guangxin sniffs, is the sign of a lack of ambition. He's such a... Jesus Christ, man. Could you be any more jealous? He couldn't stand it. He shot the effing fox. And I do the same thing, and he's like, anyone can shoot fox. And he's like, sign of lack of ambition. I've paid 400 gold for this. I mean, that would kind of put him in his place. Again, that is the one I would prefer to say, I just don't give an F about this. They're able, yeah, of course. Able to go on my nerves, that he is. I will just nod along. Oh, there she is. She brawled with Quack Eo, my marshal. Jesus Christ. Oh! Oh. As the entertainment came to an end, and it was the last long time to leave, it could not help but be noticed that throughout the evening, Kang Mun-hui and Dal Sul-ye could hardly stand each other. Oh no. Yeah, I guess someone who's sadistic wouldn't necessarily like someone that's craven. Although the thing is, don't opposites attract in that case, right? She I don't know, probably would like to trample on him or like stick her feet in his mouth or something like that, as people do. And then they would like each other. Or maybe he's too afraid of that and he says no. So that might be the thing that happens here. I don't know. I still bless the Union. I bless the rains down in Africa, and I hope everything is going fine. I can only hope. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange foreign flower arrangements, and more festoon the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both Jasa, Kyong, and Ui, and Fonto share their opinions. There they are again.
Now this is what I was expecting. Booms Kyong-noi, a venue fit for a truly grand wedding.
It's like the same guy who was terribly criticizing it before, and now is like, yeah, it's the best feast I've ever been to. Jesus Christ, go home and put on your dress, man. Is it really that nice? Fonto whinges. How expensive can all this even be? And now she is like picking the complete opposite option of what he was doing before. I think I don't want to get involved with any of them. It's like, Jesus Christ, what's with all the brawling again? This is like a Bud Spencer movie. It's like everyone is beating each other up. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly interminable number of speeches. Interminable. That is the correct pronunciation, isn't it? Some long, some short, some honest, some deceptive, roiling up and down the hall, punctuating every course of the feast in waves. As my turn nears, I'm left wondering, should I consider the happy, or focus on the festivities? After all, it's easy for double meanings to get lost for most in this sea of words. Maybe I'll just be sweet but perfunctory. Yeah, that sounds like a one thing to do. Oh. Uh-oh. They came closer. That's not what I wanted. Don't want my heir to be cuckolded. Don't do that, please. A magnificent throng of musicians, tumblers, and actors are providing the evening's entertainment, thrilling guests across the hall. Near my seat, both Fonto just take one scene, share their opinions of the display. Oh, the perfect amount of merriment to provide, I think, laughs Fonto. I think she's just taking the piss out of these guys, right? She's just intentionally riling them up. I mean, this woman here is very intelligent. So, and she's wily. So I think, yeah. I think she's just doing that to, when it comes to Guangxin here, or I always forget his name. It's called Eon Ui. She's just like, okay, I can never laugh with these guys, so we'll just say the total opposite of what they do, and then they'll be like, yeah, it's fine, I suppose. I just prefer truly impressive ostentation over these half measures. I think at least he is consistent. We can give him that. He is consistent in what he is doing here. But I will not entertain her amusement here, and I will just ignore him. So I'm focusing on the entertainment. Jesus Christ, there's a bunch of weirdos in here. I can see that all guests are satisfied and pretty tired, but the day of celebration is not over yet. I quickly organize a festive procession to lead the newlyweds to their bedchamber. Let's let the newlyweds celebrate privately. For us to remain, let's pour another drink. I don't seem to like it. I mean, yeah, of course, because they are actually rivals. That's, yeah. He has a grudge against Yonui. What, did he wear his wedding dress as well? Oh! You had Dei Huanyong kicked out of a wedding celebration for being a drunk nuisance. Did I do that? I do not remember doing that. Okay, well, I guess these things happen. The newlyweds have taken their leave, consigned by the families to the bedchamber to consummate their union. The rest of us return to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. Despite having been introduced to so many new faces today, I'm raring to meet more of the guests before this social opportunity inevitably ends. The rest of the evening is mine to spend how I wish. Oh, what do I wish to do? I think that's a question that never pops up in one's mind, really. Like, he's always doing something that furthers his agenda. He's never truly someone who would do something for his own pleasure, I think. But yeah, what do I want? Do I want to talk to him? I guess he'd be fine. I wake that person up? Or just go into the temple because I like a bit of peace and quiet. Yeah, I think we said before that his gregarious nature and his calm nature, like, he does not seek the quiet necessarily. He just, he's the calm in the storm when everyone around him goes like crazy, and he enjoys being there. So, let's talk to the guy we like. A little chat. How's relations improved? Oh, good stuff. Dei Sulie become friends with Kang Munu. Oh, there we go. Oh, they settled their differences in the bedchamber. Isn't that nice? I think he liked her feet after all. It's like, yeah, okay. Now that actually, it's weird when you talk about it, but when you actually, do it, it's quite alright, actually. So there we go. A potential threat looms on the horizon, a shadow that has caused a deep division within my court. The argument has grown so loud that Dei Zhongran and Wei Sugong are practically shouting at each other before me over the correct course of action. A neighboring rival, known for their provocations, sent a mildly insulting letter to the court. Dei Zhongran demands we ride out and challenge them to a duel immediately to answer the slight. Wei Sugong trembles at the very thought, suggesting we send a conciliatory gift to avoid a needless war. Yeah. I think neither of these options are the best. I think those kind of provocations have to be met with measured ways. We don't need to be frightened. We don't need to be angry about this. We just need to, have a firm response that puts that person in their place. So I think I will decide our course here in that case. Thank you very much. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around at this deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled tea on the floor. Yeah, tea. The echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. They did a very fine job organizing it. Yeah, you would have liked it. Again, gregarious nature, so that's his thing. Right, we finish, and there we are. That's the next grand wedding we were doing. I still could sell. I guess we could have a look in here, right? Because we still can When it comes to the drafting... Alright. I could actually just... mansion building or higher. Okay. Upgrade bath. That would give me some more attraction opinion and some plague resistance, actually. Okay. What would be the other thing that we build here? A rice field, tea garden, mulberry copse, ancestral shrine, pagoda, barracks, garden. These all sound fine, do they? I think I like that idea. We have this connection to the horse lords around us, right? We are semi-nomad, or at least affiliated to nomads. And that is especially prominent in our son, Munhyu, and his wife, right? They both have the way of the nomad and so on. So that's something that Munhyu asks us to get. Some stables. There we go. Nah. Ugh. I mean, at least there is some, upward trend. We don't lose on influence. We just get set back every now and then. So that's fine, I think. I came upon Lady Yelu Zhaoyi of Balhae openly mocking Lady De Aji of Balhae for her apparent lack of ambition. De Aji looks hurt by the words, but also resigned, as if this is a frequent lecture. Aji suggested a peaceful, diplomatic resolution to a minor border dispute during a council meeting. Yelu Zhaoyi overheard and has since been calling her the consort of cowards to anyone in the court who will listen. That's harsh. That is very harsh, my dear wife. I guess this is not part of... I mean, yeah. I guess this is just... that's just a pissing contest, isn't it? She's like... Yeah, marking her territory, really. And saying, like... I am the main wife here. So what do? If I scold either one of them, I have clearly shown that I have taken a side in this conflict between my wives. So I don't think it is necessary. Yeah, it is not about the topic at hand. It is about their quarrels. And I guess I will just keep that a private matter between them. It's really not what I should do, but there you go. Yeah, they become rivals now. But if he cannot mediate, because that would be a nice option here. I think, yeah, I know it's a mod that does that. It would be nice to have some kind of mediating options instead of just like saying, I ignore it. Because what I would do is trying to mediate between the two of them. Not favoring one or even banishing one. I know. The mod author is very likely going to watch this at this point and probably doing better. They are the gays, right? That's all girls. that's interesting. We have 7 girls. Look at them. I think they're also quite pretty and intelligent, for that matter. She is married to him. I do like his face though, right? Very memorable. What about the others? Oh, she's unfortunate, right? Oh! Already lost a leg. What her could be married. Is there anyone that she could marry? Yes, there is. Looking for a marriage though that will actually be good for her. And stubborn and content and forgiving. It's probably not a thing that goes well with ambitious people. So I guess it's none of them. I could try to find a spouse, obviously. So maybe there's someone else that she could be married to. Do we have anyone else here that's content or stubborn or forgiving? Can't see it. No one at all. There's someone who's stubborn. That guy here. I would definitely like to marry her to someone that is a bit more prominent. That family has been prominent at our court. That's Fonto here, who likes to take the piss out of like the idiots from the young ones. And I guess compassionate would go well together. And he's 18, she's also 18. I guess that is a nice match. Also go for Dejamnam. Yeah. I guess both of these are fine for her in the end. Let's begin then. There we go. The time has come to revise the realm budget. I think I will trust him in the matter. We'll still go for more salary than military, that's fine. The stables are completed. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I can build something in here. A foaling pen. A riding ring. A farrier's bench. I don't know what a farrier is, but alright. Stud ledger. Fodder stack. I guess if we want to do this properly, and he is someone who does things properly, we want to breed. Right? We want to breed the finest horses in the area, so we are constructing a foaling pen. Oh. Oh, yes. This event pops up way too often, I think. And I think that he trusts her. I can still imprison these guys. Do I want that, though? Again, that's this part where, heck, even if he's an insufferable ass, he is still our brother. And I would hurt the Day dynasty if I put him in prison, and I don't want to do that. Him, though. Vindictive villain. Yeah, I guess I don't want to have the Quack family against me too, so it's difficult from political standpoint. I think, again, in that case, he would just, like, sit it out. It is late in the day when I'm suddenly interrupted by one of my counselors bursting into the throne room in a rage. "Your son today had the temerity to give me orders! Orders!" Jasa Sinbakye shouted, as if I were some common servant and not your private secretary. I raised my hands, urging the man to calm himself. "You must remember, I'm training Dame Muntju to one day rule, and he will be your Dodok once I'm gone." "He is not Dodok yet!" I should teach Muntju more tact in that case. Like, that's just what we've been doing right now, right? We try to... yeah. Let's see. He understands. Good stuff. That means, yes, he's a very prepared heir now. Wow. Good. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm appeasing these people. At the same time, I'm trying not to indulge their weird antics if they show any. So... I could sell certain time. I guess I will have more coin. Maybe this could be the time where I also, like, build some stuff here. Get more men at arms. Maybe, like, yeah. Get some mangonels. Maybe something else as well. Of light footmen, pikemen. Maybe that will be the point in time where I can get light horsemen, right? Now that we have those stables. Right, there's that. Ugh. Why do they always show me that? I don't need that. I click the other one away too, probably because I don't need that either. He's still alive though. Like a proper infirm. They have another child. Hoa. Okay. Good for them. Alright, yeah. She is a warrior by merit. There you go. Do have lots of women warriors, do we? Especially, like, of course, our wife. Yeah, who should be forced, I think, right? Because she's acclaimed. Don't want to lose that through some weirdness. Yeah, he's forbidden to do that. That's good. Yep, seems fine to me. Nearing the 2-hour mark. That's like in 10 minutes or so. Oh. I'm out walking amiable when suddenly I see my brother Dae Sung-yong approach with a beautiful brown dog. They take off. Right, he needs to have a dog too, of course. Probably a treacherous dog. Not like my amiable. Who's a pure dog. Nice dog. My brother and I find the 2 dogs after a while in the middle of some rigorous copulating. That's exactly the term I should use. What are they doing? They are rigorously copulating. Amiable, how could you let that mutt? Yeah, of course. Uh-huh. Or did he name his dog Amiable as well? It's only natural. Jesus Christ, let the dogs shag. That's the worst that can happen. Ah, that's another way. I see. Wei Yongqing. And we have a commander that needs being promoting. Ah. Yeah, that's his son. Okay, yeah, okay. Now I see what we married the son of too. He's actually nice. He's a nice young man. Not like his father. And he asked me to promote Yarbal to the honor of commandership. He should be nowhere near there. I will instead ask him, to have him serve as my courtier. And that seems to do the trick, so yay. I can do it. One still has got it. He's 58 now. He's in fine health. And I think I know it is a problem, but yeah, he will be around maybe for another 10, maybe even 20 years. I mean, you do see that they have changed the way poor health is being handled, because I think that guy here has been in poor health for the last 20 years and he's still around. And now I got attentive care. Yeah. That's going to take a long while, I think. He died when he was 71, but then I think he already started out in poor health or something like that. And he's not even there. He's still fine health. Might even be 30 years. Who knows? And then I get the feeling that we are doing the same thing all the time, really. Right? Am I really playing, or am I just going through the motions at this point in time? Tell me in the comments if you want me to go on, even though I cannot promise that I will do it that regularly, because I really need to be in the mood. I was today. But I don't feel this kind of energy to say, yes, I want to do this. I find it interesting. I want to see what happens. So if you, on the other hand, have any ideas on what I could do, or what you would like to see me do, then please suggest as well. Put in your suggestions. Like I said, I'm best suited to playing European settings and that Western European settings, probably. I think I would like to play in Poland at some point, or Czechia or something. I'm just very scared that I will mispronounce the names all the time. I know that the L with the thing through it here is called a W, so he's like Mirosław. But some of the names might be too complicated for me to pronounce, and I say something stupid. Karol of Dunin Milic, I guess that's fine. Anyways, yeah, that area here, right? That is what I'm most acquainted to, so I can do that best. Anything, yeah. Suggest something. Maybe I can take a look. Maybe that's something that I haven't done before, and that might be interesting to me. What is happening here, by the way? Look at the Byzantine Empire. Jesus Christ. They're going proper Julian. Wasn't that the who was the emperor that kind of re-established those borders for like a minute? Late antiquity is not my thing. Anyways, yeah, just for it to collapse again because he overstrained the military and like, yeah. But anyways, yeah, they're doing it. They are really doing it. And there's a little Crusader state here. Okay. Abergula. Alright. Then we have France that is grown. This appendix here into northern Italy. And northern Spain. Okay. England looks fine, although England is an Anglo-Saxon rule once more. Alright. Denmark and Norway are in a union. Sweden is very little. Oh, and Novgorod. That looks all like normal, doesn't it? Yeah, I think everyone else is fine in here. Seljuks are quite small. Khorasan and Ghaznavit. Okay. Lots of things happening here, so... Gondwana. Oh, unfortunate guy. There you go. Anko. Tani. Song. Anyways. There you go. Just had a quick look around and see what was happening in the world around us. Burying the hatchet. Yes, of course. That was silly in the first place. It was all a misunderstanding. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't actively throw her out of that feast. Everyone saw that, right? I have witnesses. There we go. Yeah, I'm currently working on like fixing my earlier mod stack, trying to make sure things are in place. And I've seen that there are actually quite some modders out there that are doing new things or little things that add some neat little functions to the game, and I like that very much. I think that's the kind of influence that we can see now that the All Under Heaven DLC is out. We have way more Asian players. I mean, even before. You could see that when you go into the Steam Workshop and so on. There's many mods that are created by Asian creators, and I think that's a cool thing in general. Like we are all playing this game here, kind of like brings people together. That's quite nice, isn't it? So yeah, I'm trying some new mods, and I'm also have some very small ideas of creating my own mods that kind of should enhance gameplay. Especially if you're just playing on a count basis or something, if you want to like have something to do, or get this feeling of being more immersed in like a medieval ruler thing. So yeah, let's have a look. One of my most trusted courtiers has fallen under suspicion. Okay, whispers of corruption and betrayal swirl through the halls of my castle. My advisors press me to remove him from his position before the rot can spread to my entire council. But I know this person. I have seen his dedication and his sacrifices for my family. The evidence feels thin, perhaps manufactured by his rivals. My instinct screams to defend him, to stand between him and his accusers. Loyalty to the pack must be absolute, yet what if I am wrong? That's a difficult decision, actually, because, yeah, he's a principled person, but that would be like his own conviction against what, yeah, I guess society would dictate. So that's a real conflict here. I guess I'll just roll the die for that one. It's a 2, so I will stand by him. What's that? Oh, a perk. No stone unturned. I tested some new mods here, of course, like one being the immersive personal trait mod, I think it's called. And I like it very much, I must say. I think it adds a lot to how characters are perceived in a role-playing way. Like, these traits are great, but adding this like principled trait, right? Unyielding heart, strict personal code, sense of duty, adherence to principles, and that stuff. I think that quite like adds something to this character that makes it easier to roleplay him in the end. There's a child. Oh yeah, they have a child. Num Sin. That's good for them. Very well done. I stood by my courtier, and my faith has been rewarded. The accusations against them were proven to be a malicious lie, part of a plot to weaken my rule. By defending my own, I have not only saved an innocent person, but have also unmasked a far greater threat. My court is inspired by my loyalty. They know that I am a ruler who protects their own, who will not abandon them to the wolves. The bonds of loyalty that tie my realm together have never been stronger. Alright. Okay, the pack. So really thinking about it that way, but I'm not sure. Unbreakable bond. Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we are over the 2-hour mark, and that's where I usually stop. So, I don't know, for me this feels like a goodbye, so I may as well go along with it. I did like to play here, I must say. This whole experience of being somewhere completely different, while having the same or similar game mechanics, exploring this new system, this new administrative system, and having my problems with it as well, as we saw. And then this kind of interaction with tributaries, especially like with Goryeo and stuff. That was been quite nice, actually. Like going to these coronations here in Goryeo and then being able to manipulate there, or being able to or be the person that was actually there to elevate the monarch in that case, or the emperor. That was quite fun. And I did like the characters. I think in the end, one is a very safe character to play, right? It's easier to make choices for him than with his father here, who was quite the complex character, I think. But I did enjoy playing him very much, because that was something completely different for me. Like, I've never played this kind of craven person. Craven and vengeful, right? That was a very interesting combination. Or even like ambitious and craven is also very interesting. He was very fun to play. And I think I enjoyed like building up this new little realm here. With our meritocratic government in the end, and then here I think this is the part that I don't like, because this is just grind, this whole promoting thing here, right? It's just needless grind. It's just like clicking around, and then anyways, or this whole like send the child to its child examination thing. Like, all right, I guess I can do that. So there we are. I think I would like to see that the game does more with these mechanics here, that we have more interaction between houses. I think that would give that there's that whole game here a little bit of a immersive edge that it currently maybe lacks, because it's so mechanical. And I mean, like, not necessarily just, prepared story events or whatever, but like real forms of interaction through houses, like more intrigue, maybe more diplomacy, these kind of things. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. Like, that was definitely something I enjoyed. And since I only wanted to test it, really, and then I kind of stuck with it because I enjoyed it and you guys seemed to like it, so I went with it. But I guess at this point, it's time to say goodbye, right? Bye-bye, Day One. You are a great guy. I guess the development here, if we fast forward, like maybe, I don't know, 100 years or so, we might have an independent, real Kingdom of Balhae that's sitting here, and that he would have helped build, just like his father did by conquering, and he did by investing in infrastructure and just, you know, preparing these lands for expansion. That his son then maybe would have done, right? Someone who's a military man, like also unusual in his dealings. I guess he would have been a very interesting character to play as well. I guess he would have reacted differently to the whole wedding dress thing back there. Maybe would like, hey, yes, okay, where's my dress actually? let's have a little drag show in here. That's fine. That's cool. Right. So, well, I guess this is it. And yeah, please do leave your suggestions in the comments. Something you would like to see me do. If not, I will just come up with something myself, I guess, and then we'll have a look and see how that's going. So until then, I guess. Cheers. Bye-bye.